This is our marketing and peer-to-peer fundraising training. Majority of this will be spent on the marketing piece. A little bit, we'll cover the peer-to-peer as well. Okay, today we will be talking about, well, I went ahead. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a second. We will be talking about how to prepare for Give for Good and everything that you can do to set yourself up for success so that the day goes really well and you have everything ready to go. We'll also be talking about social media and email marketing, and then our peer-to-peer-led fundraising campaigns. And I have some really great partner opportunities for you. One that's new, but the others you have probably heard of in the past. Can I get a show of hands in the chat of who is brand new to Give for Good, whether it's your organization's first time participating or it is your first time coordinating it for your organization, just to kind of have an idea of where we are. Hi, Millie. Great. Hi, Kay. We talk on the phone.
Hey, Amanda,
Hi.
I don't know how to raise my hand. I learned it one
That's
time.
okay. That's okay. We're all learning. Well, some of us are learning still how this Zoom works, and hopefully we will go back to in-person
so everybody
training.
Okay, good.
Okay. Well, great. All those going. Hi, Madison. All right, so in addition to that, some things that we need to cover today is there are some other resources out there that we have created. The video on how to build and edit your profile is updated, so you can find that on the Give for Good resources tab. And that just shows you everything you need to know about how to create a really great profile so that you're attractive to your donor base, and all the little tips and tricks that we have for you to make your profile exciting. The next training that we'll have is also Zoom. That'll be on Thursday, and that will be covering prizes, the Lanyap Fund, and events. So great news that we are able to go back to in-person events this year, as long as nothing crazy happens in the next 40 days, but I don't see that happening. So we're really excited, and I think that's going to give just a really great community boost of energy that we all have needed. So there are some things we'll have to go over about the events as far as just like documentation that you have to provide, but we'll go over all of that on Thursday. If you cannot make it, it will be recorded just as well as this one. So the other thing that we're going to go over is just the important documents that are needed for those events. And then we also have out there all of our graphics for 2022 and the marketing resources that are available that we put together for you guys to use and create and, you know, tailor to your own needs. So please add us to your contacts, because we do send emails often over the next month or so, month and a half, pertaining to Give for Good. So make sure that come from MailChimp. So sometimes that can go to spam. So just make sure that you are adding us to your contact so that all of those come through. As I said, out on the resources tab, giveforgoodnla.org, you will find lots and lots of things that will be helpful to you. So utilize those as much as you can. And if you have questions on that, you're welcome to reach out to me or Ashley, and we will assist you. Just some basic rules and reminders. Give for Good is solely for raising unrestricted dollars for your organization. Those cannot be designated to a specific program. You are welcome to put, you know, even on that video where we show you where you can put like a dollar amount will provide this basic service, or, you know, whatever scholarship or whatever it is that you may that's part of your program, but we just cannot raise for specific programs within your organization. So just remember that. No benefits can be received from Give for Good donations. So We do not make any exchanges like, say, for a membership, if you give on Gift for Good, you cannot do that in exchange for a membership, event tickets, sponsorships, anything like that. We do send the tax receipts and the letters to all the donors. So while we encourage you to send a thank you, please do not send a tax acknowledgement letter, because that is something that the gift comes to the community foundation. So we send that letter, but you are still able to send thank yous. So please, we definitely encourage that. If you're hosting an event, the insurance is required, and we'll go over that on Thursday. That information is also on the Give for Good website under the resources tab. So everything that you need to provide to your insurance provider to create that certificate, it is out there and highlighted on the form, so you know everything you need to know. Okay, so Give for Good, it really truly is, you are successful based on what you put into it. A lot of people use this as their main annual fundraising campaign, and therefore they put a lot of work and energy and resources into it, and they have a really successful day. So, and then also, I mean, there's other organizations that just that put a lot into it that might not be their main source annually, but it can really help you not just raise funds, but raise awareness about your organization and what you're doing. So please, if you want some help, if you want some tips and tricks outside of these trainings, we're happy to work with you and help you figure out what might work for your organization. Okay, so first we're going to start out with preparing for Give for Good. So getting ready for the day, setting yourself up for success so that the day is easy, and I mean, you can actually enjoy it instead of scrambling to get everything done on May 3rd. As I said, we have the Maximize Your Profile video out there. That's the tutorial. I'll walk through every single tab.
May 3rd, when are we leaving?
May 3rd.
I don't know. I don't think you're talking to me. Are you talking to me? Okay. So yeah, out there, we encourage you to utilize as many of the features as you can, add some testimonials, put your donation levels and what those donation levels provide. And there's an events tab and a volunteer tab that will allow you to use that as a year-round resource. So anything even outside of needs or events for Give for Good, you can post those out there and use those. Use that as a place to guide your donors year round. Highlighting the programs and just giving a really great description about what your services are is really helpful. Make sure everything is accurate, spelled correctly, use videos and photos just to make it very attractive. And then link to your website and your social pages. There's a tab for you to include any social media page that you might have. And then we also encourage you to create a custom URL. So that's something that's like your giveforgoodnla.org, CFNLA is what we would use. So anything that that pertains to your organization, it's just a nice way for you to have a link that you can share on all of your communications, all your social media posts, to make it really easy for the donor to go right to where they need to go. Oops. Okay, so before, starting right now, we encourage you to just start talking to your employees, your board, and your regular donors to just get them ready for the day and encourage them to reach out to their friends and family, encourage them to share your social media post. It's always great when you can have your supporters make a video about why they support your organization and have them share that on their social media platforms and your own as well. So those videos are also, they're just so emotionally appealing at times and just puts a really nice face to why people should support your organization. So if you have clients or anyone who's been impacted by your organization, so getting great testimonials from them and videos, photos, whatever you can use to share, in emails or social media, that's always really helpful. So telling your story, we highly encourage photos and videos, as I said. Paint a picture, connect to people, be authentic, and then just, utilizing those patients, clients, whatever those stories are that have really tell a great story about what your organization has done. Okay, so social media and email marketing. Social media is a free tool, and we all know that everyone is on it constantly, and it's a great way to help let people know what your organization does, engage them, energize them, and you can use your fans that are already out there, encouraging them to share. One thing I do suggest is that when you're having people share your content, make sure that they are including their own post as well, like their own comments, so that people know it's truly them speaking and encouraging people to support your organization. Photos, photos, photos. Can't stress that enough. We know video, again, is just really useful and engaging. So getting all of that out there and posting that on social media, it's so nice to have a free resource to do all of that. And so we also create a ton of content, and we will start that on April 1st. We'll start posting several times a week about Give for Good. So definitely go out there, follow us. We just created a new Instagram, which we're really excited about. So we'll be using that to share a lot of content. So please go and follow us on both Facebook and Instagram and utilize anything that we're out there sharing, that we do that for you. And so please take advantage of it. Again, those pre-made graphics are on the resources page. So definitely go out there, save those, and use those in your emails and any content that you are sending out to your donors. Okay, so scheduling your post. We use Hootsuite, which is really helpful to not only schedule, but also to share that content on multiple sites. So for instance, we share our content typically on Facebook and sometimes LinkedIn. Sometimes we share things on Twitter, but we can do all of that in that Hootsuite. And so I highly encourage you to look into that if you're not already using that. Again, I don't think we can say this enough, but photos and videos for sure. And then always make a call to action and include your link to your Give for Good profile. So you can create that custom URL, send that directly, or post that so that you'll send the donor directly to your profile so that they're going to give to your organization. They're welcome to, browse for others, but you always want your supporters to find you very easily. The one thing that we highly recommend is utilizing influencers. So your volunteers, your board members, people that are really active on social media are great. If they have a lot of followers already, they can go out and share your content and get their friends to find out about your organization. I'm not super savvy on boosted posts and sponsoring posts on Facebook, but I know there are a lot of tutorials out there and resources like Facebook for Business that you can utilize. So highly encourage you to go out and do that. That will allow you to find new donors. So you can do things like creating just specific parameters for the type of people that you're looking to connect with. So zip codes, their interests, their age, gender, whatever that might be, that your donor base typically looks like. And so you can go out there and create sponsored posts that will get into those individuals' feeds. If y'all have any questions, please feel free to stop me. I know I'm going to ask at some point for those who have participated in the past to, share any tips or tricks that you might have as far as marketing goes for Give for Good. So just prepare for that shortly, but I just want you to be able to stop me if you need to. Let's see. Oh, okay. Email marketing. Okay, we use a lot of this. We send out emails. At our organization, at least once a month, we do a e-newsletter, and then any other time that we are wanting to update our donor base. So MailChimp or Constant Contact are great, but it can send it to spam. So when you can reach out personally, then that's highly recommended. If you have, some close donors or supporters, volunteers, board members, I encourage you to reach out to them personally. If you have a staff of more than one, divide and conquer. So, have your executive director reach out to their friends, have your volunteer coordinator reach out to their volunteers. Just, really touching people on a personal level is really going to be helpful to you when preparing for the day. You can send save the date emails. There will be another, a partner offer that we include later that you can use to send save the date postcards to your donor base. So just preparing people for the day is going to be really good, getting them amped up and getting them ready to give. So we do an email schedule. So what we do is we in MailChimp, we create the campaigns and have that list that each of those emails needs to go to, and we schedule those to go out automatically so that we're not getting bogged down on that during that busy time with sending emails. So getting ahead of that is going to be really, really helpful to you. In those emails, again, using photos, using graphics, anything that's going to be eye-catching, so that when they open it, it's not full of text and they immediately close it. So make a call to action always, and then link your Give for Good profile. Can't stress that enough. There's so much, where you have this really great content, but you don't ask people what you want them to do or show them how to do it. And so just making those, providing that link and making that call to action is really important for emails and social media. All right, the peer-led campaigns. Peer-led campaigns are your supporters who are out there actively fundraising for your organization on Give for Good. So they create their own profile and they go out and reach their friends and say, please support this organization. This is why I love it. This is what we need. And please support me by supporting this organization. So those, your board members, staff, volunteers, clients, anyone who is connected to your organization can go out and create their own fundraising page and share it with their friends and family. On that, you can set goals and track the progress. There's a separate link and a profile, but all the funds will go towards your Give for Good total, and they will be shown on your leaderboard, and they will also be utilized for the lanyap funds, which are the pro rata matching dollars that are provided by the Community Foundation and our sponsors. So these look and act similar to a GoFundMe or a Facebook fundraiser. The donors can create an account on the Give for Good website and establish a campaign on behalf of their nonprofit. They are automatically approved, but you're welcome to remove them if it's something that seems fishy or someone that you may have an issue. I'm not sure why, but there are ways that you can remove them for whatever reason you might have. People are out there right now with the fundraising pages. They have created those. So you're welcome to go out there, ask your friends to create one, ask your supporters, your staff. I know one organization utilizes their staff to do that. And so those staff members are competing for who can raise the most money for their organization. So make it fun and just get the word out there. So those are out there. You're welcome to go. If you want to go look at what's out there, you can go to, I believe it is Give, and then you'll see fundraisers right below the nonprofits on that tab. The data from last year, we had 224 total nonprofits that participated. We had 70 of those peer-to-peer fundraisers approved, and $66,827 were raised through that avenue. So it's a really nice boost, and it could really help you. And it's also a way to just reach new supporters. So I hope that we can do a little bit better this year. I'm sorry. 3% is great, but let's see if we can do some more. So, and this is what a page looks like. So this is an supporter of the Bossier Arts Council, and this is their personal fundraising page. You can see where they have their goal, and then, you know, eventually you'll see the money that they've raised. And here they can put their little statement about why they support this organization and why you should as well. Okay, before we get to the partner offers, I would like to open this up for any questions. I would also like to see if there's anyone who wants to chime in on tips that they may have. You know, as I said, I'm also new to this. So if there are things that you feel have worked really well for your organization in the past, please open it up and let's share those things for our new participants. Jackie, I see your question. What is that? I guess I missed it. So do you want to go back and let me know what you were talking about? No questions? Okay. Technology you use to share.
Amanda, it looks like someone was asking about insurance for events.
Got it. Missed that. Yes, insurance is only needed if you're hosting an event where you're going to have attendees come to either your facility, you're going to be out at a restaurant or a brewery or whatever it is, where you're hosting people in person. Virtual events, you do not need a certificate of insurance for.
Amanda, you mentioned a Hootsuite or a Hoot. I didn't catch it, but I know one question was that. What is that?
I'm going to type it here. Ashley, would you mind dropping the link in so that they can go directly to that page? And you can connect all your social media sites is what that is. So like we have our Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and now Instagram linked to that. And so anytime we post, we can choose if we want to share to all, if we want to share to one or two, and we can also schedule in there as well. So it's really, really convenient. And it also like tracks your data and stuff like that. So.
Yes, that was what I was looking for, was the name of that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good. And there's the link. Ashley dropped it in. So. Is there anything else anybody wants to share or ask?
Amanda, I have one quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Would we be able to use a membership in some way, as long as no one is getting anything in exchange? Is it the word, or is it the exchange of goods and services that you guys are trying to avoid?
The exchange of goods and services.
Okay, I can have someone be a member if they're not getting anything for their membership.
Right.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Amanda, I have something to add, if that's okay.
Please.
Okay. I'm sorry, y'all, my dog. But one thing that Emily mentioned last year that really helped us was you are able to access your previous year's donors. And so on there, you'll have all of their email addresses and things like that. So you're able to go in and actually, you know, send out emails to them. They may not be in your donor database, but they are in your Give for Good database. And so a lot of times they aren't exactly the same. So you'll get new people in for Give for Good that you may not know to reach out to, but they still support your mission. So it is important to reach out to them just to make sure that they remain donors and that they stay giving to your organization. So I just wanted to add that.
Absolutely. Thank you, Millie. Definitely. That is under your profile on the back end, under the donations, I believe is what that tab is named. And you can go to any year that your organization has participated, as far back as 2017, because prior to that we were on a different platform. So that information is not there, but you should have, 4 years of donor information. And so I highly encourage you to export that and utilize that for starting now, just getting that information, getting those donors built into your email system and getting those, reaching out to them for sure. Okay, anyone else? How are we doing on time? Okay. All right, well, we'll just go into the partner offers then. And if you do have a question, feel free to jump in and put it in the chat or interrupt me. So Paragon Press is our printing partner, and they offer a variety of gift for good collateral that's tailored to your organization. So, you know, I know we're not doing a whole lot of print and mail as much as we were at one point, but those are still really useful, especially if you have an organization where people are that come to your site a lot. So having these rack cards out there, or if you're going to be out at a public event where you can share that information with people who stop by your table or whatever it may be. And then these yard signs are super cute. And Christy is our CFO and myself. We really want to see these all over Shreveport during Gift for Good. So if you get these, you can put them outside your organization, you can put them outside your home, wherever that may be. But we would love to see these all over Shreveport, Bossier, and North Louisiana during Gift for Good. So we highly recommend getting these at least. Then they have these postcards I mentioned. Sending out like a save the date is always great. You can utilize these to send to your past Gift for Good donors, your current donors, volunteers, anyone who may support you on Gift for Good. And then these posters, those are available, you know, especially if you have, like I said, a high traffic organization, you can put those up for your staff and for your clients that come through so that they are prepared for that day as well. So this is the information to Carol. You can email her at Paragon Press. Fax. That's funny. You can fax that to her if you would like to. But this is all on the Gift for Good in LA resources page. So let me know if you have questions or have a hard time finding that, and I can direct you. Okay, the next one. So the forum does a really great deal for nonprofits. So on the April 20th issue, they do, it's like the Gift for Good issue. And so it serves as kind of a nonprofit directory. So we pay for a wrap around the front of the magazine, and then they give nonprofits a discounted rate for ad space. So we would love to fill that up if that's something that you feel is your organization is capable of doing. We highly recommend, you know, putting yourself in there so that you're amongst the other nonprofits that are participating. So again, these are like half the normal rate. So they're giving us a really great discount. The deadline to reserve your ad space is April 13th. They do create all of the ads for you, so they can, I mean, if you want to create your own, you're welcome to, but they can help you with that if you don't have like a graphics and marketing person to do that for you. And also in that is our CFO or CEO, I'm sorry, Christy will write an article about Gift for Good, why it's important to our community, and how everyone can support it and why they should support it. So we're really teeing them up, and then we're then leading them into, okay, here's everyone who is participating and who you should support. So CauseVid, I believe Julie is on. Julie, can you say hi if you're here?
I'm here. Hi.
Hey. So this is something that I'm pretty excited about. This is our first year with CauseVid. They are offering you guys a free 90-day trial of their video platform. And so I'm familiar with this from my past work where we have sent donors thank you videos. We had our scholarship students at my last organization send thank you videos to their donors, and they just loved it. So not only is it available for you to use to thank people, it's also available for you to use on the front end before Give for Good, teeing people up, letting them know why they should support your organization. And then they will allow you to create that or put that call to action in there and send them directly to your page. So I will let Julie, she's the expert, tell you all about this.
Excellent. Great. Well, thank you, Amanda. We're really happy to be participating as a partner with Give for Good North Louisiana this year. And what we are offering is a free 90-day trial for you to send one-to-one personalized video messages. And we make that really easy for you to do. Sometimes it might seem a little bit intimidating to be on video, but it really is impactful. And then can I share my screen?
Yeah,
Okay.
hold on, let me,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, great. There we go. And let's pull up the right one. All right. Everyone see that okay?
mhm.
All right, excellent. So this landing page will be available to you starting now. And what you're able to do is, you come here and we're going to describe exactly what you can do, who we work with. There's some examples that you can look at of what other people have done. But what you can do is sign up to create a free account. That's a free 90-day account and it's free. There's no credit card required. We're not going to sneak a charge in or anything like that. And once you have that account, we'll send you a toolkit, which will give you some hints and tips about recording, different ways that you can reach out to people and what you should say and do to capture the best video. And once you sign up, you will have access to an account that looks just like this. You'll have access to what we call our quick send feature. And you also have access to analytics. So you're able to see how people are interacting and the impact of your video with them. You can add people manually or using a spreadsheet. I won't go through the whole thing, but I just want to show you what it looks like and how easy it is. So if I want to add someone one by one manually, I'll add Amanda here. You can also add a note here. So if you want to reference a specific gift amount, if they're a longtime donor, anything that might help you personalize that video, once you go to do it, you can add that here. Once you click add, that recipient's going to be added here under the list, and you simply click compose video email. We're going to automatically pull in your sender details. We're going to pull in that recipient's details all automatically. You'll enter a subject line, a brief email message, and again, that toolkit's going to give you some hints and tips on ideal subject lines, email body length, things like that. And then you're able to either record a video in real time, or you can always upload something. So maybe you want to segment your list, and anyone who gave, $200 or more, you're going to send a personalized video to. Everyone under that, you can always upload one you've pre-recorded. But when you click to record a video, it's going to access your camera. Second here. Oh, here we go. Sorry. Sharing from a different, here we go. So it's going to access your camera and you're able to record your video. So Millie made a great point. We might want to reach out to people who gave last year and make sure they know that you're participating again. I'm looking at two different cameras, but you would just hit record. Hey, Amanda, I wanted to reach out and thank you again for your support last year on Give for Good Northern Louisiana. We are participating again this year on May 3rd, and we'd really appreciate your support. You can play that back. You can re-record it, leave stumble over it like I did. Once you're happy with that, you have the option to add a second video. So maybe your executive director records something that's a little bit more general. You could upload that here, or you're happy with one video. You can also add that call to action button. So if you want to say give now, you can include any link there. And then once you're set, you just click send video and you're off. It's not going to send it on this one because I'm in my test account, but then it's going to send it off. And within 5 to 10 minutes, that recipient will receive the video message you sent. And then you'll receive a copy of that as well in your inbox. So you'll have a copy of every video that was sent to recipients. And you're always able to go back and look at your analytics and see when it was opened, how recently it was opened, how many times it was viewed, as well as how recently. And you can always view your original email and video on the landing page as well. So that is free to use before the event, after the event. And what that looks like when it comes through in the inbox. This is a participant from Give Miami Day. They used our free tool in November. So it comes through as an automated, a GIF basically in the email, this preview. So we take the first 3 seconds of the video that you create. And that's what we use to embed into the email along with your body text. So we recommend a big smile and a wave. People are really likely to open a video from a happy smiling face. Sometimes people actually even use handheld whiteboards and they'll write, "Thank you, Amanda," so they know it's really personalized for them. Then they just click over to watch the video, and it's going to play on a custom branded landing page. So when you sign up for that account, you'll upload your logo, and we'll display it up here automatically. It will be your intro logo in your video. We'll also add it as an outro. And this group chose not to add a background image, but you absolutely can as well. So if you want to add, a skyline of Shreveport, you could, anything that you want to put there. There you go, right there. And then that will display in the background as well. And then I'll just play this video quickly so you get an idea of how easy it is for her to create that video.
Hi, Jessica. I just wanted to thank you for your incredibly generous Give Miami Day support, as well as all the energy you bring to the board. It's great to have you around, and I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
So she was able to really thank and personalize donors as well as board members, and they used the tool quite widely around their giving day with a lot of success. So this is available to you. From a support standpoint, we have a live chat feature. So if you have any questions once you're getting started, you can reach out to any member of our team and we can help you with anything you might need.
Awesome. Thank you, Julie. I highly recommend that you guys consider this. It's free, 90 days. It'll help you on the front end, and just thanking people is so important. So in order to keep them engaged year round, hopefully, and definitely throughout Good for Good in the future. So I hope that you will take advantage of it. And thank you, Julie and Ktbs for reaching out.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, now what do I need to do? Give me a second, y'all. Ashley, help a sister out. What am I doing? How do I get back to?
You need the slideshow again?
Yes, where, oh, share my screen? No. Yes, this will work. Okay. Let me get back to, okay. So another, oops, there. Just knew what I needed. All right, another thing that is really exciting. I mean, it is really early in the morning, but it's a great way to start the day off. And that is the Ktbs First Cup morning show. So we're all invited to participate, where we will come together. I think the last year it was like a drive-through thing. Year before it was virtual, I believe, because it was COVID. And so this year we're going to be in person again, and we're going to be able to get out and be a part of this great opportunity where we are highlighted. We have that 2 hours of the First Cup morning show, where it's like a pep rally, if you will, for nonprofits. And it gives all of you an opportunity to say a little something about your organization and why people should support you on Good for Good. This year, we are going to, we're pretty excited about this. The SHRAC and the city of Shreveport are partnering with us to light up the bridge green for Good for Good Day. So we are really excited about that. And then we will be hosting the First Cup show down on the Shreveport, in the back of the Shreveport Aquarium in their event space. And so that overlooks the bridge. And so that'll be our backdrop. It'll be dark, it'll be early, and it'll be awesome. So definitely recommend that you come to that. And so we'll send out more information about that as it gets closer. And I'm gonna let someone else in. If you have questions, I have some questions myself. So we're all learning together, but we will, it'll be a really fun morning and a beautiful backdrop. So we're really excited about that. There's also something else. Go ahead.
Is that on May 3rd, like the day of?
Yes. Sorry
Okay.
for not clarifying that. Yes, it is on Good for Good Day. So we encourage you to create posters as you see here, wear your shirts, whatever it is, bring your supporters, and just let's make it a really fun morning. I think Emily said that it's like the most donations come in during that 2 hours. So I do think that it really does add to the day. So the more people we get there, the better. The other thing that we are working with KTBS on, and I didn't put it in here because we're not, it just hasn't been solidified. But in 2020, when everything went virtual, they did a segment throughout the day where, or actually, I'm sorry, for the whole 2 weeks of early giving into Give for Good Day, where nonprofits got to send them like a 10-second video clip of, who you are and what your mission is and what you provide to the community. And so they would run those clips throughout their news segments throughout the day. So we're working on that and we'll keep you posted. But I think it's a go, but we will keep you updated on that. So that'll run on KTBS for the 2 weeks leading into Give for Good. All right, and now onto Town Square, and Jackie is our digital marketing expert and helps the Community Foundation with all of our advertising, and she's just beyond incredibly smart when it comes to this stuff and well over my head. So I'm going to let her share with you what they offer. And I think that it has really, really helped boost the support for Give for Good. And it's crazy how it's evolved over the years, but it's really exciting and really fun. So she's got some really great offers, and I'm going to let her take that over. So let's see.
Awesome, cool. Thank you, Amanda. And if you'll allow me to share my screen while I'm prefacing it, I'll be able to go to those 3 slides and tell everybody what we're doing. One of the things that we've seen in the past few years, we've been the radio partner with Give for Good from the very beginning, and we've tried to morph each year our offers where they keep up with what people are trying to do and what make the most sense. And you'll see, just like she was talking about that 2 weeks prior to that window of time, you're going to hear some frequency ads on the air that we run in PSA format that just totally tout Give for Good and pushing people to go ahead and make their donations. And then that in general to help just amplify the entire event. And then on the 2 weeks prior, we also have some opportunities for you guys. Let's see if I can share. Yes.
Is it working?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Share. Let's see. I know you don't want to see my kids playing lacrosse. Let me find the right one. Hang on. Wonder why it's not sharing the right screen.
Go up.
Which ones do you see? Do you see?
I see the third slide.
Okay, perfect. Then the other one's over here. Perfect. All right, this was the one I wanted to start with. We have 3 different offers, and I'll try to go through them relatively quickly. But y'all are welcome to reach out to me. I know that we'll get this sent over to you guys. This is something that is a new offering that we're going to do. We have seen a lot of success in this over the past year or two, just because of the traffic to our various stations. And if you can see up here in the right corner, you'll see the 6 radio stations that we have in the market. And Keel being kind of our anchor, if you will, for most of our advertising that we do with you guys. But during a good chunk of the schedule, you'll start hearing some informational spots now in the form of news sponsorships across the various stations to try to elevate the awareness of Give for Good and what the Community Foundation does. That was something we put into play last year because we really think there's still people that hear the names and don't necessarily really understand what it is that the Community Foundation does. So we started that a couple of years ago. The first impression takeover. So if you can imagine that you are going to one of these 6 websites on any given day for those 14 days prior to the actual Give for Good day. So donations are active. You can go right into your URL within the Give for Good page. Every single person that would come to any of these websites on any given day would be yours. you would capture them, they would link right into your Give for Good page and be able to make their donation straight from there. So each station is a single sponsorship on a single day. So over those 14 days, Keel News would have 14 available sponsorship slots. And oh my gosh, of course, my phone's going to ring. And so any of those days that you are interested in trying to, it may be a day that you're doing an event prior to Give for Good, that could be a day that will wrap the entire website with your information, and it would show it had the link into your page, but it just is a way of capturing every person that comes to that website on that given day. And so each station is $225 per day for one station. And if you buy multiple days, we'll make that second day $200. So the numbers of people that come to the various stations, KWKH generally has the fewest because it's kind of our AM sports station. So it usually averages between 600 and 1200 on any given day. And then I didn't go near as high as it could go on Keel. I did this for the Webster Parish duck races back in May or June of last year. And that day was a big news day. We ended up with over 100,000 impressions on that day. Your price doesn't change. It's kind of a little bit of a gamble, but at the same time, we know the averages are going to be between 3,000 and 7,000 on most of our stations on any given day. So that's one offering, and that's on a first come, first serve. So on Give for Good Day on May 3rd, right now, all 6 of those stations are open until I hear, someone that wants to go ahead and try to secure it. So I think that week of Give for Good, they're just gold. I think they're just sitting there waiting to be had. So we'll do the artwork for you. All you'll have to do is give us your logo, and we'll create it around the confetti theme and then link it right into your site. Questions, comments? Okay, cool. All right, let's go to that next one. Okay, as Amanda mentioned a while ago, social media is all of the rage. It is very much a place where people want to be and where you can affect your bottom line pretty quickly. This is a product that it's sponsored social mentions. So what you're going to do is more or less piggyback on the credibility of any given station over the course of those 2 weeks. And it is a $500 buy-in. It is a little bit more than most of our offerings. It's the most expensive of them, but it is where you'll be able to be on whichever, and I'll help you determine which station it is that has the most people in your vertical. You may, if you're looking for people that are animal enthusiasts and pet lovers and all of that, I can pull this information, this first party data, and help you narrow down which station it is that we would want to put those on. So this is really powerful. And within the text of each of, I know those are small, I'm sorry, but within that little bit of text that's above that, we would be able to have, once again, your link to go straight to your Give for Good page. We don't want people to have to click more than once. People are lazy. They want it done quick and easy. And so that takes them straight there, and they're able to make their donation within that 14-day window. So your donations are live. Questions, comments? I know I'm going fast, so y'all just holler at me. And once again, that can be on any of our 6 stations, and we can do multiple sponsors on multiple stations for this, depending on the time frame. Okay, and this is one of my absolute favorite things to sell because it just makes sense. It's our mobile toppers. I don't know how many of you have ever listened to any of our stations through either online or through our mobile apps on your cell phone, but 80% of our traffic plus comes from a mobile phone. So it's super important that we're capturing people that are accessing information from their mobile devices. So we would take, these are mock-ups of what we've done in the past. So we would take the different stations, and this is the number of impressions, where if you want to, be able to be on one station, it's a minimum of $125. All I need is your logo, and I'll drop it into the little box here that has Give for Good with the date on it. And once again, that will link straight into your page rather than them having to circumvent and search for you once they get to that nonprofit page on the Give for Good site. And then we can do multiple stations. We can do more than 250. We can do however many impressions you want to do, but these tend to be some pretty reasonable and accessible levels for spending and investment. And you choose your station. Once again, I could help figure out which station it is that we would want to run on. And we take care of the artwork. And then you'll also, on all of these particular products, you would get some data back showing, okay, we reached this many clicked into it. I know a couple of years ago when I did this, specifically with the Red Cross, she knew the minute that it went live because her donations increased on the backside almost immediately. So that's what we want. Analytics are so important. And I will throw out there that if there's anybody that needs any help quickly on website options or things like that, we do those for nonprofits, and they're very reasonable. So it's one of those things that we can help on, because it's really hard to direct people during the rest of the year when you don't have that good solid digital footing. So that's something we can help on as well. Questions, comments, concerns? I know I went really fast. That's all for me.
All right. Thank you so much, Jackie. We really appreciate you and all you do for us. And so we hope that some of our nonprofit partners will take advantage of your great services as well.
Absolutely. And just use me as a resource, whatever I can do to help.
Awesome. I definitely do that as it is. So I will keep you posted if we have any questions.
Anytime.
And you guys feel free to reach out to me as well if you have questions on the
And she's going to send you all my info, so you'll be able to get a hold of me.
Yep. Okay. Well, thank you, Jackie. Get back to my. All right. Okay. Well, that pretty much wraps up everything. I do feel like I flew through that first part, but I think that I timed it fairly well. So I know I missed a lot of things that I intended to share. So if you have questions, if this is your first year and you're really looking for some guidance, feel free to reach out to me. I'm here, I'm available. Ashley Crook is also here. She's our new marketing associate, and she is really helpful to me, and I know that she could be really helpful to you. So if you have any, just anything that you need, feel free to reach out, and we will do our best to assist you. Is there anyone who has questions? One thing I wanted to mention that I assume is clear, but I know it's probably not clear to a lot of our first-time participants. Give for Good is now a 2-week event. Give for Good Day is 1 day. That is May 3rd. But prior to that, the 2 weeks prior, their giving is open. So your supporters can go out there and start making donations to your page starting April 19th. And you will start seeing us from the community foundation standpoint marketing this event like crazy. So you're going to see billboards, you're going to see the digital ads. We're already running ads with Town Square. You're going to see the social media. So just anything that you can do to share that stuff and get the excitement built is going to be great. So that you can see the donations that are given during early giving on the back end. You will not see them on the leaderboard until the day of. So the leaderboard, for those that don't know, is on your profile, the amount of dollars that you have raised. So at 12:01 on May 3rd, that will be populated, and then we'll have your up-to-date totals of everything that has been donated to your organization. But on the back end, you can now see those gifts. So if you have questions and need to know where to find that information, reach out to me. That's also included in the maximizing your profile tutorial that's out there on the resources page. Do you have any questions about early giving? One thing I also want to mention, and I don't think a lot of people are aware of, I know in my past at different organizations, we've had some donors who have been really hesitant to give through Give for Good because they wanted to give a large amount and they did not want to pay a credit card fee. So what we do at the Community Foundation all year round is we create for donors what we call donor advised funds. And those are funds that they can create, that are housed here in the Community Foundation. And they can create that almost like a pass through to give to your organization on Give for Good without paying a fee. So that is huge. You can, they can set that up anytime prior to Give for Good Day. So starting now until May 2nd, you can have your donors reach out to us. We'll help them create that donor advised fund. There's no fee to them as long as it's all passed through into your organization during Give for Good. They can create that without paying the 5% fee that either they will pay or the organization will have deducted from their total. So I highly recommend that. I know that, some of us have some pretty great donors who are very generous and would love to get those matching funds, the lanyard funds, but are hesitant because of that fee. So just reach out to us if you have questions about that. We're happy to walk you through it and talk to them as well. So does anyone have any questions about that or any other questions? The minimum, I believe, Catherine, is 5,000. So it's really not a huge amount considering, some people, I know some organizations do receive some pretty large gifts on Give for Good. And so to have that fee, to circumvent that fee is just awesome.
Okay, Amanda, I just want to make sure I understood that. So you're saying for donors who are giving a minimum of $5,000, they can contact Community Foundation and have the fee, and the fee will not be taken or added to their donation, correct?
Okay, if they create a donor advised fund, just so you know.
Okay.
Donor advised fund, also known as a DAF. They cannot bring checks to us. Now, they can bring a check to create a donor advised fund, but we cannot accept checks from your donors or just to then pay to the site. This is truly an online fundraising event. And so aside from the DAFs that are like internal grants for us, we cannot accept checks. We also do not accept ACH on the website. So it is truly like unless you're using a credit card, the only other option is going to be to utilize creating a donor advised funds. We also have a lot of existing donor advised funds where the donors are already making those recommendations to support their organizations of choice. So, and they can support anywhere from one to all of them. So, we're already working with our existing donors on those right now, and those lists are coming in. So you're probably going to see some of that on the back end if you have some donors who have DAFs here that are supporters of your organization. So just wanted y'all to know, for anyone, I just have personal experience where I had in my last organization, a donor who refused to support Give for Good, support the organization during Give for Good because they did not want to pay a credit card fee. So that's just a really great opportunity and tool for them to use and for us to help them and help you. Is there anything else anybody wants to contribute, ask, suggest? All right, well, it is 2:02 and we did a great job. We stayed within an hour. So feel free to contact me if you need anything at all. We're here for you. We want to help make Give for Good successful for everyone. And we're just really excited to see what the community can do this year. Every year, it just gets better and better. And even in the craziest year, 2020, we broke records. So I think that if everyone utilizes our suggestions and the marketing tools that we have and the marketing tools that you already have in existence, it's going to be a really great day. And to have everybody, you know, who's hosting events throughout the day, we're really excited. And I believe we're going to do a video. So we'll have someone coming around to take photos and videos if you're hosting events. And then we'll put that together to share with the community on what a great day Give for Good was. And then we can use that again next year. So we're really excited to work with you all. Thank you for welcoming me and being patient with me as I'm learning all of this as well. So you guys have a great day, and we're here if you need us.
Thank you.
Thank you.